My name is Michael Licea, and my presentation is on the engraving Hercules and Antaeus by Agostino Veneziano. The story Hercules and Antaeus is a Greek mythology story that tells of a great battle between Hercules and Antaeus. Antaeus challenged all strangers who passed him to wrestle. Antaeus won all of his battles. That was until Hercules came by. Hercules was traveling to the Garden of Hesperides to retrieve an apple. On his way out, he encountered Antaeus. As Antaeus does, he challenged Hercules to wrestle. Hercules threw Antaeus to the ground many times, but Antaeus was not injured. In fact, he seemed to be stronger every time. Hercules then thought about what could be making him so strong, and remembered that Antaeus' mother was Haia, who is the earth in Greek mythology. Hercules thought that if he lifts Antaeus off the ground, he will lose his strength. Hercules did just that. Antaeus eventually lost all of his power and died. Hercules continued on his way. Hercules at this time was on his way to complete his 11th labor task from King Eurystheus. Hercules had been completing these tasks for the past 8 years and 1 month. So when Antaeus stopped him, Hercules was fearful that he might be defeated and not complete his labors. During the glorious battle, Hercules was worrying because Antaeus was not getting weaker. Once Hercules realized Antaeus' strength came from the ground, he felt relieved because he had an idea on how to defeat Antaeus. This victory for Hercules was a great victory because he was able to continue with his labors assigned by King Eurystheus. For Antaeus, however, this was the opposite of a great victory. Antaeus has wrestled many creatures and people, but none have been smart enough to defeat him. He had never lost until this day. Hercules, the first to defeat Antaeus, and he took his life. Antaeus' time was over, and his mother Haia was there to see. As Hercules holds Antaeus in the engraving, he seems to become weaker, as does his mother. In this engraving, Haia is sitting on the ground, leaning on the rock that Hercules is resting his foot on. Haia seems to be mourning the death of her son, Antaeus, by the way her facial features look sad and depressed. Haia also seems to be aging by the minute while her son dies. All in all, this engraving tells a beautiful story of a glorious battle between a half-giant and a god. In this case, the god, Hercules, won, even though the half-giant, Antaeus, had never been defeated. Hercules had a brilliant idea with thinking about Antaeus' parents and realizing Antaeus' mother is Haia, the earth. So every time Hercules slammed Antaeus to the ground, his health was just restored. Holding Antaeus above the ground was the only way to defeat him. Strength was not the key in this battle, it was strategy and thought. The few different perspectives focused on tell different stories and bring different thoughts into your mind. This engraving interests me because while it may be a still shot, you can dig into the real meaning and find out what it is truly showing and telling. This engraving, Hercules and Antaeus by Agostino Veneziano, displays a gloomy scene of defeat for Antaeus while simultaneously celebrates a great victory for Hercules.